And the boys, they seem to spend hours in completely useless activity. That combination of new lung power, changed voices, and boundless energy is hard on the neighbors. They quarrel a lot, but the gang sticks together. They want to prove their own importance by making themselves heard.
Hey, this is Jeff.
This is Seth. And this is Kendrick.
And you're listening to A Blast from the Past podcast. Yes, sirree, we're back again. We're back again, and again. And
we're not giving you any support here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's like there was nothing there. Like,
I didn't want. We're not getting copyrighted. All right, we already got copyrighted.
Well, if you think I sound just like Eminem, let me know.
What?
My name is what? All right. Anyhow, so this episode we're going to talk about something that's not necessarily controversy, but a lot of people think that it is just bullshit, like straight bullshit. What do you think we're going to talk about? The one thing that people 100%, nobody's ever been able to 100% prove that this is a thing. And because of that, it's got this kind of aura of like, fantasy. Like it's not ever going to happen. But people make millions of dollars off of it every year. There's movies that are made specifically about it. This topic is extremely important. It's even in Washington, D.C. now. What is it? What are we talking about?
Aliens?
Guys, look. Aliens! Yes! Aliens! What? Out of this world, baby. Out of this world. So, let me ask a genuine question.
Wait, hold on. Who thinks aliens are fake?
A lot of people.
There's a lot of people think it's bullshit.
Didn't the government confirm that they were real?
Yeah.
No, well, the government says a lot of shit that ain't real. Let's be
recently they were like, yeah, it's real.
Well, they're not saying, they have not came on the record to say aliens are real. They just said, yes, we have files that are unidentified. Like we have things that's happened that we can't explain. That's not necessarily saying aliens are real.
Well, there was a whole thing about a guy talking about it who was in the military and stuff for like years. Like trustworthy.
Yeah, I mean, he was, I agree. Again, a credible source. They're saying that there are situations where they can't explain, but they will not say aliens are real.
Yeah. Well, they can't.
They can't what?
They can't say it.
Why not?
They signed an NDA.
Well, I mean, they're releasing all that stuff, obviously. If they're making it unclassified, then it's open for public. Let me ask you, do you both believe in aliens?
Yes.
Do you believe in aliens, Kenny?
I think to believe in aliens, you have to believe that there is no God. If you believe in aliens.
Why? You don't think they're one and the same? There's a lot of people think God is alien and alien is God.
I don't know about that one.
Oh,
huh?
No, I don't think that is.
What?
I don't think.
I've heard stories.
I think I think if God was an alien, it'd be talking to us a lot more.
Well, it's like God created, us from another world. And I'm just, paraphrasing stuff I've seen and read in the past, but saying that they are, that whole alien concept, we're in a whole other, a whole other world and, Earth.
I
and
still
it's
think
created.
the aliens killed the dinosaurs because they saw them as a threat.
What?
They sent a meteor down to kill the dinosaurs because they saw them as a threat. So you think
an alien had the capability of sending a meteorite to Earth?
Have you seen dinosaurs, what they're supposed to look like with feathers and stuff?
No, I don't know any.
What they're supposed to sound like all that crap? Not like roars, but like that crap.
I mean, I don't know, I guess.
Bro, imagine T-Rex sounding like that.
Yeah, they're like trying to get.
What if you fucking heard that shit right behind you? Turn around, boom, look up.
They didn't roar. There wasn't.
It sounds like a bird to me. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be scared about that.
T-Rexes have freaking feathers, they said, on them.
It's like 20 feet tall.
Who the hell said that?
They do have
how the
feathers.
hell do they know?
Mm-hmm. They did have feathers.
Now you're going to tell me they fly. They fly too?
Yeah, but they don't roar.
Not T-Rexes, but they like...
They don't roar.
Fly.
How? Okay, we're talking about aliens. And how the fuck are you guys talking about dinosaurs?
Because we're talking about the aliens killing.
Let's get away from dinosaurs. That should be a whole other thing. Let's go back to aliens.
All right.
So you believe there are aliens, and then Kenny, you said you don't believe in aliens.
I said no. I said people who believe in God.
It was
would
yes
not
or
be
no.
able to
Do you believe in
aliens.
aliens? Yes or no?
I don't don't know. I feel like we would have seen them by now if they're real. Like
They haven't. What the hell are you talking about? It's all over fucking TikTok. It's all over YouTube.
No,
People
but I feel
see
like
it.
I would see one by now. If it was real.
Like you're the only one. Have you ever seen $1 million?
Depends on if
Are
I'm
those
watching
not
a
real?
video or not.
Have you ever seen $1,000 bill?
I don't think that's real.
Yes, they are real.
Yeah.
Have you seen one?
Are they real?
Yes, I've seen one.
You've seen? Have you
I've
had
seen
one?
I've not had one,
Where'd
but
you
I've
see
seen
one?
it. Huh?
Where'd you see
At
one?
the bank.
At the bank.
I was literally at the bank. Seen it in Evansville, Indiana.
That could have been fake.
No, it was at a bank. But no, there really is. You can Google it too. It'll actually show you. There's a $1,000 bill out there.
Yeah,
There's even 100. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong, but I think there might actually be a $100,000 bill too.
I don't know. You just got to think about it. We have not seen anything like nothing's happened. If there was actually an intelligent being that could come to us through space, then they would affect us by now.
What about all the videos that people posted?
It's called CGI, bud.
But some of this stuff was back before CGI was even a thing.
Yeah.
It's called a plane.
So a plane looks like a saucer.
In the middle of the night, floating in one spot.
In the middle of the
and
night,
landing
definitely.
with
If it's the
crop
middle of the
circles.
night, you don't know what the hell is
Grabbing
going
their
on.
cows, killing them, probing people.
I could go on a Tuesday night and kill a few cows, okay, bud?
Crop circle.
I ain't alien.
He's from Indiana. He could do that shit.
Listen, crop circles,
go
I
tip
think
some
people were
cows
just
in the
getting
middle of the
creative
night.
on how they were doing their crops.
Do you know cow tipping's a real thing, by the way?
Yeah.
You
I've seen it in
tipped a cow?
Barnyard movie.
I only know it from cars.
I legitimately, oh yeah, right. But those are bulls, by the way. Anyway, but I've actually, in my little small hometown, Indiana, I've never tipped a cow, but I've known people that have done it and successfully have done it. And it's funny, but it's also not nice.
Well,
No,
they're
it's
like
not.
paralyzed on the ground.
No,
No, they
what?
freak out.
They're not a goat.
Yeah, they're goats that do that, though.
They'll step it up like, oh my God, I'm dying.
Boom, on the ground. Damn, goat. Greatest of all time.
Yeah, I
But
don't
no,
know.
I aliens, I believe in aliens.
What
I really
makes
do.
you believe in them?
Me?
Both of you.
All right, Seth, you go first. You said yes, you
All
believe
of
in
the
them.
fucking evidence has been out for the past like 50, 80 years.
Please name one source.
I don't know sources, but
Yeah, no
there's
source. You saw a
videos,
video about an alien going.
pictures.
So okay,
Shut up, bro.
Kendrick,
It was like,
based
that's
on
real.
based on how you're talking with this, if you seen an alien, if you went to bed tonight and you seen an alien,
Then I'd believe it.
okay. But if you couldn't film
Same
it,
with ghosts.
but if you couldn't film it,
Well, even if you filmed it, people still think it's fake.
correct. That's
So it
that
doesn't
was my
matter.
point I was going to make to you. So even if you have a video of it, in reality, your argument is oh, it's not real because I can't see it. But if you physically seen this alien, how do you prove to other people that it's real without video?
You don't.
Yeah. See, I don't know if I like that. I mean,
But you gotta see it in person. Like I said, if they start attacking us, you could see it.
well, I don't think they're out for attacking us. If they were going to do that, like you said, they would have done that a long time ago.
What I'm saying, like, it's the same thing with ghosts. You haven't seen a ghost before.
Do you
If it
believe in
happened-
ghosts?
No,
You don't believe in ghosts?
nothing's happened
Bro.
to me where I was like, oh my God, that was supernatural. I need a hand to come out of like a closet.
Seth, do you believe in ghosts?
100%.
I need a small kid hand to come out of the closet and me see that hand before I go, the ghosts are real.
So hold on. Let me get this right. If a small kid hand come out your closet, you would believe in ghosts?
100 billion %. What do you mean? If I saw that crap, I'd be like, oh my God, but nobody would believe you.
But what would you do?
I would just be like,
Would you stay where you're at? Like if you went to someone's house and was hanging out and was slept for the night or whatever, like you're in a haunted house or whatever, and you seen shit happen, like for real, would you tell anybody about it, first of all?
I would tell my friends, yes, but I wouldn't like, if I post it on the internet, nobody's going to believe you anyways.
So you wouldn't like be vocal
Like
about it?
I've seen like video clips where there's like a hand behind a dresser or something. I'm like, that could be fake. Unless I see it and I like see it, it's not real.
Okay. Seth, what about you? Like if you encountered an actual ghost, how would your life change? Would you do something about it? Would you be more advocate to be like, hey, ghosts are real? We should all be like more careful with our life. And
I would probably hire a medium to cleanse the house.
what in the actual
That's the
hell
most
are you talking?
bullcrap thing I've ever heard.
What? That's going from one extreme to the other.
What do you mean?
You're over here talking about, oh, I see a ghost. I'm going to get a
I will say, I think
medium.
aliens, if they were to
so
abduct,
psychic will come into my house and cleanse it. Like,
What?
First of all, it's not at your own house. Okay, let's be real.
Oh,
This is, not too many apartments have
If he said he
haunted
saw a ghost in his closet, you wouldn't be like, yeah, let's cleanse.
No, I don't think he would ever go back in his house again. Like, he's that way with spiders. I can only imagine what he would be with a damn ghost. Like, that's a big
Depends on
deal.
how scary the ghost is.
Right. So what if okay,
Like
time out on that. Let's say you're in a situation where a ghost, you don't see it, but shit happens that makes you feel like it's paranormal. In other words, I don't think a ghost is something you physically see. I think a ghost is something that things happen with energy that's around you.
When I was saying like you see a hand or something, I'm
Moving,
talking
stuff
like
like that.
you take a video, you look back at the video, you see a hand, you're gonna go, I didn't edit
But see,
that.
I don't believe that.
You don't think you could see it through a camera?
I don't think you can. No, I don't think seeing a physical.
What do you think? Dogs and kids can see ghosts more than adults?
I've heard stories
Yeah.
like that. I had heard stories about like dogs be like barking in a
Like
corner.
if my daughter starts talking about a dead person that she's never
Yeah.
met, I'm gonna
It's
start
like,
tweaking.
Tiffany wants to go play, and you're like, "Who the hell is Tiffany?"
No, it'd be more like Seth dies or something, and then my daughter's like, Seth's been talking to me. I'm like, what the?
yeah, Uncle Seth's been talking to me.
Especially if they never met, right? That'd be really freaking weird.
Yeah, like he died like 3 years before.
all
her.
right, all right. No, I mean,
That'd be crazy.
there's movies based on shit like that, but like in reality, a good movie that's similar to that is called Firefly. FYI, you should watch that.
And what's
So-
that?
It's a good movie.
If I were to go around, I'd ask people like, "You tell this mother who Seth is," or he just
Right.
no.
That's your first thought. Like you have to make it this is a real thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, back to aliens. Damn it! Like we keep going off
Okay,
subject.
okay. If you were getting abducted by an alien, would you even know? Do they have technology to erase your memory?
So that makes me, that's actually a legitimate question. Fucking Men in Black made me think that twice
say-
now.
if they had
Now
done-
I
maybe
don't
all
trust
the-
it. I
some of
don't
these
even trust our
people-
own government now because of that.
some of the people that have gone missing,
Somebody shooting a pin in my face.
could have got taken by the government / taken by aliens, and you would just never know.
Yeah, they just walk up and say, "Mr. Holmes,"
Yeah.
and I'm out. I have
don't
no
know
idea
about
what the fuck
Men in
just
Black
happened.
crap, but I'm talking
It
like
could happen. Who thought of that? Who thought of a fucking pen that you look at that makes you erase your memory? Selective memory, by the way. Like the rest of your shit, you remember. You just don't remember the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
it's never going to be real
So
technology.
what do do right here? And then, like now you don't remember anything. That's,
you know-
you don't know if it's real. You know why you don't
There's-
know it? Because you don't fucking remember.
The CIA
It
got
could have
in
happened
trouble.
to you.
The CIA got in trouble back in the day for making a gun that you could shoot, and it would be the size of a tick bite or something like that, and it would give you a heart attack. And there
That's
was-
scary as shit.
and there was
First of all,
no sign that you were shot.
I don't like that at all.
They caught him. They said, "What are you doing?"
So like they were asking, like somebody else was like the upper management were like, "What are you guys working on in here?" And they're like, "We're
They were making it
working on a
for-
mole gun."
They were making
They go,
it
"What?
for
A mole gun."
they were making it for the World War II, and then they just didn't stop making stuff for World War II for biological weapons, and that's what they made, and then they got in trouble.
That's
for it.
insane. Yeah, I don't think they should release that shit in the world.
They're like, we never used it. You know, okay.
But you still have it.
Right. So when you think of aliens, the impact that aliens have had on TV and movies, when you think of alien movies, what do you guys think about?
Dun,
The
dun, dun.
movie Aliens. What? He said movies, not shows.
No, TV. I said shows, movies.
There's
You
a
said
new
movies
anime about aliens and ghosts.
And
Together?
humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the other thing? Carl?
You think they
That's
coexist,
all there is. What?
like one without the other? Like they have to have both?
If
I mean, in that
aliens are
world,
real, it's very well. If ghosts are real, it's more likely that you'll believe aliens are real.
That's basically the whole
Vice versa.
story.
So let me ask you that. So what are the odds in your favor, or what is the odds to you? Do you think it's more of a chance we have ghosts in the world, or more of a chance of having aliens?
50-50.
I think there's a lot more videos about ghosts
So you think? I mean, I agree. Yeah,
than aliens.
but physical like seeing physical ghosts.
No, but like seeing like
having ghost
supernatural
stories.
movements.
Yeah, having ghost stories. In other words,
Mhm.
I have my own ghost story. I swear to God, when I was a kid, here's the problem. I was a child, so that's my only thing. Again, I told you I was very creative.
I mean, you also said earlier that children and dogs can see spirits and stuff.
I mean, you said that. I said,
Did I?
Yeah, that was you. Don't blame that shit on me. I don't know who. Well, it wasn't me. But in reality, I said I've heard that before.
Yeah, that's what
But in reality, I do. I mean, I vaguely remember as a child
The girl in the backyard.
No, it was okay. Do you want me to tell you the story?
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going from aliens to this, but
It's the same concept.
no, it's not. It's
Yes.
totally different. Like that
It's
should
the
be its
same-
own episode.
They're both unbelievable, but
Supernatural.
believable at the same time.
Supernatural is
Supernatural does not have aliens in it.
Yes, it does.
The show Supernatural does
I'm
not
talking about
have.
Supernatural show. I'm talking about Supernatural
exactly.
in general.
It should be a whole other podcast. I think we should talk about a whole other. I'll tell our ghost stories another time.
No,
Yeah, I think we should do a ghost
it's
story.
already turned into a ghost/alien. So
No,
let's
it's
keep going.
not. I want to talk about a ghost story another time. Maybe we'll save that in.
You have
for-
any ghost story sets?
Got one.
You got one?
Whatever, dude.
I was sleeping and something touched my pee-pee.
Yeah, probably. I
Screw
don't
you,
know.
bro.
Whatever it was. But anyhow, we'll talk about it another time. But as far as aliens go, the impact that it has on movies and TV series and shows, what do you think? Do you think this world would be the same if we didn't have those impacts? Like, what's the number one movie? You said Aliens, right? The actual movie Aliens.
Yeah.
What about you? What was your...
You know that one show? Not that one show. That one movie where it was like the girl got kidnapped by a guy inside of a bunker. And there's another guy in the bunker. And the whole concept is he's like, don't go outside. Don't go outside. And she's like, oh, you're creepy. And then at the end, she goes out and there's a bunch of aliens everywhere.
It's like Road or what was it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They
Mayfield
watched
or
it together.
Mm,
He like got like acid all over him at one
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Is
Like
it
Mayfield or something like
Mayfield,
that?
yeah. Something
Mayfield
something,
Lane.
Something
Like, she
weird
gets out of the
as
bunker,
shit. That's
yeah.
what that is. I
Like-
didn't watch that film because it sounded very weird.
Well, the whole concept is at the end she cuts out she cuts the suit on accident because he's like, in the air is dangerous. You're gonna die if you go out there. So
Right.
she accidentally cuts her suit while she's out there, and she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And then she didn't die, and she's like, oh my god, he lied. And then a bunch of aliens come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Which is like a continuation of two other stories.
I don't
two
like
other
shit like
movies.
that. I'm not into that
The
stuff.
Quiet Place.
No,
No, I mean like the Quiet Place is aliens, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's aliens. I don't remember.
100%.
It's like creatures.
That was
that,
a
like,
really cool Halloween Horror Nights walkthrough, though.
Yeah, I
What do
played
you-
the game.
But you had a walk through what?
They had a haunted house this year at Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, at Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah. Those are pretty cool.
I thought we were talking about our Halloween event. I was like, we did not have anything like that.
No, I don't. No, but no, and really, so what I grew up with, the very first show. When you think of aliens, do you think of something scary or do you think of something funny?
Scary.
So my crazy thing is, I think of something funny. So when I think of aliens, my first encounter with alien shows and stuff was a comedy. A comedy
Well,
that you probably have never heard of. Maybe you have.
Oh, that.
are you
Owl?
talking about that?
It's called Alf.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Alf.
you've heard of it.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the one where he pretends to be a doctor?
No, that's Resident Alien.
That one's pretty funny.
Yeah, but the
No,
one he's
this
talking
is-
about
This
is
is when
about
I was
like
a child.
pig.
This is when I was. He's not a fucking pig.
He has a big snout, bro.
That is not a pig. Alf is a motherfucker.
Listen, Resident
Right now,
Resident
seriously,
Alien
take
is,
that shit back.
He's a hairy ass pig.
He is nothing. He
Resident-
doesn't look nothing like a pig.
Resident Alien is probably better than what you're talking about.
You're absolutely full of shit.
It's
Alf-
pretty freaking.
It's
It's
Alf-
pretty freaking funny.
Okay, let me ask you this. All right,
Uh-huh.
Resident Alien. Is that what you call it,
Yeah.
right?
Resident
All right.
Alien. Yeah.
What was that on? What was that on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Okay, and how many people you think have seen that?
I don't
A
know.
lot.
Probably not even a tenth of what have
I
seen
say
Alf.
1 million seen that.
20 years from now, do you think they're going to have Resident Alien shirts? No. Fuck no, they're not. You know what? You can go right now to
'Cause it's-
Walmart and you can buy a shirt that says Alf on it. I promise you. Alf.
ET's more influential. You know.
E.T. is okay. That's my next one. But anyway, going back to Alf. So Alf was hilarious.
Mhm.
So that was kind of like my first, like, hey, this is an alien. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to meet an alien. And
Are
then
you
what?
search up Alf real quick? I want to see what this man's look like.
You don't remember Alf?
I
He's
might.
over here
I
talking
might
about how
remember.
He
it
has
looks like
dark
damn.
beady eyes. Looks like a pig. and
No, he
has-
doesn't
has
look like
hair
a
on
fucking
it.
pig.
Search it up.
I think I might
Not
remember
even
it.
close to a pig.
I'm getting PTSD. I'm starting
Right
to remember
here.
that freaking dinosaur one where there was a baby dinosaur. That was creepy
Here's
as hell.
Alf. This is Alf.
Dinosaurs.
This is Alf.
Yeah, I know.
And this is
That's who I
he
like.
was
That looks
awesome.
like an anteater.
A what?
Anteater.
I would take an anteater over a fucking pig.
He's got big feet, bro.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a pig at all. How does that even look? First of all,
What?
how dare you?
I watched
Alf,
the whole
I
video
have
about this
Alf
guy.
shit in my room. I love Alf.
I watched the whole video about him.
Alf
Yeah, whole documentary.
Didn't he basically like crash in someone's
into the backyard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good show. It's a great show. It's a great family show. I like Alf. I don't give a shit. Now, so you hit it on the nail a while ago. So the movie that really brought my attention is E.T.
That was him that said that on
Hey,
me.
what the hell, man? You always mixing me up, man.
Oh, my bad. E.T. That movie made me cry.
No,
No, it did. It made me cry. Don't even, whatever.
I
Didn't
think it
make
was
you
very
cry.
laughable.
No, it wasn't. E.T.
Bro, he
dude,
dressed up like a
almost
girl at one
died.
point.
His
Okay.
freaking sister dressed him up.
Haven't we all dressed up like girls at one point?
No.
Yeah, we had our freaking
I'm
cousins.
I'm
and
just
our
saying.
mom.
No.
I'm just saying. You've
Sepp
all dressed up
Sepp
like girls.
came out with a thong once.
No,
Probably.
they're not.
No.
When was that? It's probably
But in
when I was young.
reality, this E.T. character, Kenny, I always give you shit. What does E.T. stand for?
Extraterrestrial.
Good job. Yeah, you got it right after the 5th time. All right. So E.T., back in the day when that movie came out, it had just, first of all, Steven Spielberg was one who filmed that and directed it. He made this idea of aliens not a scary one.
He's such an ugly alien, though.
But he is what an alien, like me.
Alf, he looks more
But
like
he's
friendly.
Alf is he's comedy though. He's funny. E.T. felt real. Like I thought in my mind, shit, if there's an alien out there, it probably does look like
You
that.
thought a midget thumb looking thing was like, you were like, yeah, it's an
Midget
alien.
thumb. First of all, do you remember how he expands
Dude, he
his
got
neck?
a long ass neck, bro.
So he can be like 6 foot high if you wanted to.
Found how.
He was really it was a cool character. And Drew Barrymore played the little girl. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And 50 First Dates and all that. Just Drew Barrymore. So she played as the little girl. It was her first, I think one of her first movies.
I like that movie.
It's a good movie.
50 First Dates, I meant.
Oh no. Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
pretty good.
no, I mean but that's a really good movie. And that's a classic. And I love when I go to Universal Studios.
They need to make a remake or a second one.
No, they did make did you remember they did
They make like a
release
show.
a commercial for the Super Bowl? Do you remember they did a commercial 2 years ago?
Nothing.
It was cool. And it was the real people, the original Elliot. All of them were all together.
Elliot? You mean Elliot?
Elliot. And then remember when you were E.T. and Elliot.
For Halloween. I should have
Yes.
had a bike, honestly.
Oh my God, it was such an awesome costume. People were like so commenting on that. How that was the
I
best.
got a lot more candy bars. But nobody
everybody liked it.
The main thing about this year of Halloween and nobody trick or treating. I've seen a lot of things
it was
about
very
it. A lot of people do.
probably because of aliens.
I don't know about that.
Aliens were scaring them away.
Or demons.
Demons.
No, probably aliens. So
So wait, what stops you from seeing an alien and going, that's a demon, compared to an alien?
a ghost and a demon are one and the same.
What are you talking about? What,
I mean, somewhat, in my opinion.
you see a demon, right? It's going to look like a demon.
Well, maybe. I can see what you're saying. So,
Well, supposedly demons make themselves look like a good thing, and then angels make themselves look evil.
I don't know.
That's like the thing.
Okay, I don't know.
Is they could disguise themselves as bad things.
I don't subscribe to that web
Philosophy.
page. Yeah, or that weird shit that you look at.
Probably
So I don't know.
Wikipedia.
Probably.
Wikipedia crap.
Wiki wow wow. Wiki wow. Wiki wow. Wiki wow wow West. Jim West.
Real quick, tangent. There was a Wikipedia page that was fake, and it was talking about the creator of the toaster.
What?
And it wasn't actually him. It was just two college students that made the Wikipedia page about themselves with a picture of themselves,
That's some bullshit.
saying they were the creator of the toaster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Anyway, Wikipedia is kind of a weak anyway. I don't
Never use it.
I don't. It's source. Everybody has you can add shit to that, so that's really not really vital information in my opinion.
Well, you really like AI right now, right?
I think. Well, I mean, yeah,
Well, you like it more than other people, clearly.
I mean, I like AI. AI helps a lot.
Right?
With stuff. Yeah.
So
Chat,
AI
GPT,
could
stuff like
definitely
that.
make like aliens. It could just make aliens and videos and stuff.
Yeah, but that would be clearly fake.
You say that CGI doesn't look clearly fake.
No, I 100% think CGI looks clearly fake.
What?
I'm saying these alien
You tell me when
videos
you saw
and
ET,
movies we
you
were
said it
talking about
looked super
earlier.
real, right? That was.
ET did look super real. You want to know why? Because ET was fucking real.
He was a robot, bro.
It was a real robot.
Yeah,
It was
AI
real.
is robots.
No.
No, AI is images.
You can make AI into robots. That's what Elon
He's
Musk is doing
trying
right
some
now.
fucking judo trickery on us right now.
That's what Elon
AI,
Musk is doing right now.
No. That's
made
not,
AI
Walkable
stands
AI.
for
Yes,
artificial
he's building-
intelligence.
He's building shit, yes.
So robots,
No.
robots.
It
that
doesn't
have
always have to be
artificial-
a robot, though. It could be a machine. A machine and robots, two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't have AI. One has AI, one doesn't have AI.
So then why are you
That's the only
saying
difference.
robots and AI are the same thing?
Because some robots can have AI, and that makes them AI.
Yeah, okay. So, whatever. Anyhow, so when you think your first, you said alien movies,
Mm-hmm.
right? Kendrick, what was your first actual alien like movie or show? What was it?
Mars needs moms.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that movie.
That's your first one you can remember? Like that was
Yeah. Other than ET,
remember Mars Attacks?
no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was
weird
awesome.
Brain dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That was the most
I
generic.
remember Flash had an
generic thing.
alien episode. Do you remember that?
No.
Did we
Yeah.
watch that together?
But like half of the fucking DC world's aliens.
Yeah, but
so
it was
that's
like
not really-
it was the Flash, like all the other heroes, a collab episode where they fought aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. see,
And
I
all
don't
the
know.
whales died.
All the whales died.
What?
Wells.
Whales.
Wells. WELS.
I don't understand.
Professor Wells.
Oh my god.
The Reverse Flash.
Just say reverse Flash, buddy.
The one that he has like multiple people of himself.
Okay, before
Yeah.
you go nerding out too much
That's
on
legit
us
the
right
freaking
now,
main thing of the show.
I don't.
like,
Okay,
the rest
not
of
the
it.
main
but
show.
I don't follow.
That's
When
the
you
end
say,
of the freaking part of the freaking like third or fourth part of the freaking
We're talking about aliens
section.
here, buddy. We're not talking about reverse Flash.
That's
Right.
just like fourth or fifth part of the alien section of the series.
I liked it
talking about
better. I liked
the
it
first-
better when he was quieter.
Yeah, what the hell? What are you talking about?
Nerd ass.
Talk one sentence about Flash. You're like,
So my
yeah,
fault,
so, you remember
nerd.
the whales? Like, what do you mean
I thought you were
whales?
talking about a well in the water too. my bad.
Wells, not whales. Wells.
Yeah, but what you were saying
He's so
when they killed
formal
all the
with his
whales?
freaking wording.
You went. They killed all the whales.
You
Yeah,
know,
wells, not
that's why-
whales.
Even if you meant wells, what the hell does a well have to do anything?
And I said Professor Wells. You're like, who's that?
okay,
Stupid.
back to reality,
Uh huh.
right? Aliens,
Another
I agree they're real. So I think they're real. I will say, what is your favorite all-time alien story? Like, what's your favorite movie, show, whatever? Like, when you, like today, like, this is the best thing. When you have a choice to go somewhere else and say aliens, your kid, for the very first time, you have your child. You sit down and you're like, listen, I want to show you a movie about aliens. Let's say they did not see anything about aliens before this conversation. You're going to teach your 3-year-old about aliens. What movie or show are you going to show them?
Superman.
That's actually a good one. What you got, Seth?
You better not said the same thing for me, buddy.
He's looking like he had to. He's like, fuck, he took it from me.
Yeah. I'm not sure. There's not really that many alien shows or movies that I can
Before
show
you
a
said
3-year-old.
you show it to your kids,
Yeah,
I was
but I mean,
gonna say
it doesn't mean they're going to have to understand the whole thing. But like, this is like the introduction to what aliens are,
well, I was gonna say Invincible, but that'd be a little inappropriate for a kid.
Not aliens.
probably.
Are you
It has,
mentally
like,
not
one
there?
alien in there, and it's not
The main
about
character is an
aliens.
alien.
No, he's not.
The dad is an alien.
Oh
Anyway.
yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Anyway,
Frozen other universe.
probably the movie Aliens.
Oh,
You would show a 3-year-old
Yeah, you can't-
aliens?
it
That
can't
is
be
fucked
violent.
up, dude.
What?
Alf.
Okay.
Alf, right?
Alf.
I've seen
Alf would've been the
Girls
smart
Gone
one.
Wild when I was like 8. All right.
It's 8 and 3 are two different things. First of all, wait a minute. Hold on. What'd you just say? Girls Gone Wild?
I seen that when I was like, I should probably not around like 7 or 6. I don't remember.
Where did you? I know you didn't see that shit in my house.
I did because I woke up in the middle of the night and TV's on. I was like, it's like Girls Gone Wild. And I was like, what is this? And that next day,
I don't even remember what happened
one of our
before I
family
was
What the
members.
hell is he talking about?
Remember, I talked to one of our family members, and they were
Oh.
like, Seth was talking about
Okay,
this. when I
okay,
picked him
let's
up from
clear this
school.
up real quick. You didn't watch Girls Gone Wild. You watched the old commercial for Girls Gone Wild.
Was that what that
It was, yeah, it was not actually Girls Gone. They didn't put that shit on free. I can tell you that right now.
Oh.
That was a commercial for you to call 1-800 blah 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 right now for $19.99. You get 2 DVD. Like that's
probably what it
that
was,
was
yeah.
100% what it was.
Bro, I don't even remember what
That
happened
is
before
funny
I
as
was
shit.
13, and this man's talking about when he was like 7.
Yeah, because I remember it was all like blurred out and stuff. And they were like,
Yeah,
in a
that's
hotel.
100%. It's a commercial.
I was like,
And I'm
bro.
glad it was blurred out because I would probably never get you away from that TV.
I'm like, whoa. And then it's like, keep looking down.
I
That's
would have went
funny.
right back to sleep. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Right
though.
after that, I did. I woke up, went to school, and someone picked me up. I started talking about it. They're like, what? You
What's
watched what
Girls
last
Gone
night?
Wild? What? But no, I mean, okay, yeah. So Aliens for a 3-year-old, I think it's a little much. I think that's probably not.
I don't think
what
there's
would
any
go
good
with.
shows now that you can show for aliens.
I like Superman though. I like that because that
You know-
introduces them to superheroes.
and
but
like
obviously,
a good,
you know,
good
like-
alien,
Good alien.
good Superman is an alien. Good
Yeah,
good
yeah. I
alien.
mean, yeah. I agree. That would be a good one. I personally, I would have probably went with Alf because I think Alf is the best goddamn movie about aliens.
well, you could
TV
also.
series
Seth, you
ever.
probably should have said E.T. That would have been the triangle.
No,
That would have been perfect.
E.T. was great. E.T. is good, but it's a sad movie though because not only does you see the
Well, it
alien,
lets
but
your kid have
at
empathy.
the end he almost dies. Like that's crazy. And then, you know, like
Everybody's like E.T.
you know what that
found
does?
home. He's like, oh,
E.T. is literally telling you that the United States, or even the world, the United States, if you're an alien and you do visit here, we're going to set you up in a tent and poke the shit out of you and probe you. And if I'm an alien and I get that signal in outer space and I'm seeing this movie where this alien is getting mistreated, I ain't stepping a foot on fucking the
well,
soil.
if you
I'm just
see,
not. I'm not stupid. I mean, obviously, I'm an alien intelligence, so I'm pretty smart.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if I'm going to a land where they're going to put shit in my ass and stuff.
If
No,
you see a
no, thank you.
if you see a Wendigo or something outside, you're gonna want the government to take it and be like, "What the is this?
The Wendigo.
The Wendigo?
What?
You know what?
It's a mythical creature."
It's like a skin crawler,
Yeah,
but it it can take.
I swear to
your
God, you just
voiceover.
pull some shit out your asses all the time.
we know
It's
about.
legit real,
You
bro.
just bring
it can
some
legit
stuff out.
voice
It can-
you
yeah, it can-
and tell you to come over there and it'll kill you and eat your freaking flesh off.
It turns into
so in
you.
other words, it's AI.
No,
No.
it turns into a person you know.
AI.
It doesn't
Really?
turn to it.
So
It's
like you
still
be
the
like coming
same.
home one day and your mom's home. You're like, "Oh, hey mom," and they're like, "Hey."
You're
You're
like,
like, "That's a
Hey,
Wendigo right
son."
there," and get the out.
like, hey son, here's this
That is so full of shit.
eggs and rice I made for you.
And it's just
It's
maggots.
like, Mom, we don't have eggs. Yeah, I don't know. Forget that shit.
It's like,
You guys are crazy.
where'd you get the rice, mom?
So
Oh,
both-
I got it from the local market. And it's like,
we don't have market. So let me tell you one thing. One movie I would definitely encourage you to watch, and all the listeners will probably agree. Mel Gibson's The Signs.
What?
Yeah, it is probably one of the craziest. Like it was.
You said you
came out-
show this to your kid?
I would not a little kid. No, it's not a. How do I say it? You know, when I watched it for the first time, you know how like when you watch a movie, sometimes you watch it and you get so into it, like you're so involved with the characters that it almost feels like it could really happen in real life. That was that movie for me. When I watched Signs for the first time, I watched it probably a dozen times now in the past. But when I watched it, it was so real feeling. And I was like, man, this is like legit. Like
That-
if it would happen, I would hope it wouldn't happen that way. But you need to watch The Signs.
The same thing happened to me when I watched The Human Centipede.
What the hell?
I'm just kidding. I never
oh,
watched
I've
that.
seen that movie.
I've never seen it. What the hell?
I've seen both.
Why'd
of
you
them.
seen it?
What? It was a good movie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You
The
guys are
hell?
crazy. But anyway, so
We're gonna
yeah,
walk in one day and he's gonna have
Yeah, he's
multiple
probably-
people in him.
Yeah, that's some weird shit. That's disgusting. Anyway, as always, some crazy ass shit going on in this podcast. But yeah, aliens, I think, are real. And I think, I will say one thing before I end this out. I do think there's a lot of people that use aliens just to get popular.
True.
It's like, hey,
Well, that's the fake stuff. You're like, they
right,
post
and
it
it's
online.
it's hard. So, I guess. Well, what happens? Like, how do you today, this day and age, if something happens and you see an alien? And I'll tell you a quick story. Right. So when I was a teenager, my mom and dad was driving, and we were driving up to Indiana, and we were driving, or rather to Huntingburg, and we were near the airport. I really didn't know where I was at. Like, when you're sitting in the back of the car, well, we know Kenny does. He don't ever pay attention where the hell we're driving.
Sure.
So I'm driving. My mom and dad's driving. I'm sitting in the back seat, and I just randomly looked to my left. Like, usually we're talking, and I'm looking forward, and I don't really do anything. And it was middle of the night. It's probably 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And I randomly looked to my left, and out of nowhere, I mean, only mere feet above us is this big, bright-ass light, and it's coming straight toward us. Like, I thought it was coming to... I thought it was going to hit us. That's how close it was. And my first thought was, oh, my God, this is like a real... Like, this might be a UFO. Like, this is... Like, I got that... My heart skipped a beat kind of thing, looked up, and I was trying to figure it out. And then I looked and went over top of our car. And then when I looked to the right, I realized we were by the airport. And then I seen that it was an airplane.
Oh.
But in my mind, for about 3 seconds, this was a fucking UFO for real for me. And so at that moment, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm like, what is that? What is that? And they're looking at me like, the hell are you talking about? Like, they knew what it was because they'd seen it in advance. So they had seen it coming. So they knew what it was. I was like freaking out. But that was a real life story.
I want to end this podcast off saying humans are more scarier than aliens and ghosts.
Oh, I agree. I agree 100%. There's some sick bastards out there.
You're out there in the woods and you hear something and it's a human, you're going to be 100 times more scared if it's a ghost.
Yeah, I agree. There's some crazy people out there.
You see a ghost, you're like, oh my God, let me walk away. You see a human, you're like, oh my God, I need to get away.
That's pretty much Blair Witch right there. Blair Witch Project.
I'd be scared as hell if there was if
I'm scared anyway.
and I see a person.
Wasn't that about like a witch?
Blair Witch.
Next episode, we're going to be talking about the witch trials.
Jesus Christ, dude. Like,
What?
Blair Witch was about a witch? It was. Blair Witch was about witches. That was actually fucking scary. Anyway, I thought that was real, by the way. When I watched that, it felt real. Another one of those movies that you get into the character so well.
Yeah, it's like a found footage movie.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you ever thought about doing a
Found footage movie?
Yeah, no, that was like the first found footage movie.
Yeah.
That's what created that whole genre. That movie is what did it. And it scared the shit out of me. Because before that, it was like very cinematic movies. And you're like, oh, whatever. This is like a dude with a camcorder. Which, first of all, made me sick. Y'all know how I am with motion.
Yeah.
Like, I can't play a video game because I get all nauseous. It was a scary, scary ass movie for me. And I didn't watch it again for like 4 years.
I don't understand how you drive, but you can't play a game. You get motion sickness.
Because it's the direct, like, your body's not moving, but your mind is. I can move. I'm fine with that.
So you're telling me if you didn't have that, you'd probably be like a nerd.
No, because I don't think I'd get into it like you guys do. Waste hours a day playing video games.
Well, I'm talking like Pokemon, like back in the day, you'd probably play a lot more if you could actually play it.
Probably not.
No.
I've never been a Pokemon fan. Probably won't ever. That's an alien, right?
No. There are aliens.
How's it not an alien? The whole fucking Pokemon concept is an alien.
Well, no, they're like
it's like
they're like
animals.
beasts.
Dude, there's no fucking animal called a Pokemon in real
They were
life.
all made by a Pokemon god called Arceus.
That sounds dumb.
That was basically an alien. There are aliens that were made by Arceus.
Do you remember when we had that conversation about the guy who passed away that made Pokemon?
That wasn't
No.
that was Dragon Ball.
That was Dragon Ball, not
Oh,
damn,
my bad.
bro.
Damn. So Pokemon,
R.I.P. Toriyama.
that guy's
Still alive.
Pokemon guy?
he's made him billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah,
Bro,
but
think
he's
about Mario.
He's a dick.
Who, Pokemon?
Yes. They sue like everybody.
Well, I mean, yeah, because they're aliens.
Yeah.
They're trying to see. You know what Pal World is?
Because they're, what?
You know what Pal World is?
No.
It's
They're
Pokemon
suing
with
Pal
guns.
World. What they did was they waited till they got the patent it on some of their game mechanics, like catching a beast in a ball and stuff like that, to sue them.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's what a patent's all about. If Pokemon
But they made it
had
after
that,
the game already came out.
but if they didn't have proof, then That's what patent's about.
Like that's super.
That's how a court system works, and that's how it's supposed to work. Like you come up with an idea, that's the way it should be. But anyhow, appreciate you guys' feedback on aliens. Hope you guys, all you listeners out there, I wonder what your opinion on it. Is there aliens are real or not? Make sure you answer that poll. And I think they're real. Anything else, boys? You want to leave on a good note there? Anything else?
Nope. We were talking about ghosts, but we never talked about Ghostbusters.
We're not talking about ghosts. We're talking about fucking aliens.
Okay, we'll talk about ghosts next time then.
All right, next time it is. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you. We'll see you one more time. I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of A Blast from the Past podcast, brought to you by Decades Music and Entertainment.
New episodes dropping every Thursday.
Yeah!